Okay, so today we are going to learn about GraphQL, not learning plus exploring, because I don't have knowledge about GraphQL. So today I listen from my senior that there's a something called as a GraphQL that actually efficient your, I would say, your query for during your backend API. So let's explore this stuff. So for that, I'll create one project here, GraphQL. Hmm. Hey, I'm new in GraphQL and I have a experience of backend development using Stack. So first of all, I just want to know what are the thing in GraphQL, what are the benefit and why the developer using this GraphQL. Let's go ahead and learn these things. Okay, what is Graph? It's a query language for APIs, runtime for execution those query. So GraphQL is a query language for API runtime for executing those queries. Think of it like this. Okay, we have REST API. Exclusive have a user. Okay, user one and it's give the data. Makes sense. Normally, whenever we are hitting it out, skeleton. No, I don't want to change this stuff. I need to use different thing. Okay, huh? Whatever. Delete. Okay. Normally, whenever we make any route, for example, user one, this actually we are taking as a params. Okay, so in params, we got the data in this format. Let me write properly. Okay, this format is the data. Okay, like ID one, the route call as a user one. Normally, this is the we normally create one API. Just for now, forget about the URL. Just focus on the route name. So okay. So whenever you are hitting the user slash with your ID, so it's giving your details. Let's see what actually next thing. It still sends everything. Yeah, that's true. It is sending everything in your database. If all this data is there, you are just finding like it. Okay, find by ID or something. Select star from your table name and where the ID equal to whatever your ID you're passing, right? That's how it's returning data from SQL and MongoDB. A function we know just pass the ID, it's give the data. So here, REST sending everything. Yeah, that's true. You ask only for what you need. Okay, okay, for GraphQL. Okay. First of all, let me do one thing. Actually, I'm maintaining one repo. If you want, I will see here. And do 1 minute. I just have to do one thing. If I to do, okay, okay. So give me one. Today I had a huge workload. So if I to do this stuff, okay, it's done. Uh, thank God. I did not share my screen. Dev Explore, not Dev Explore, it was developer playground. Yeah, I know that. So now I can share my screen properly. Yeah, you can see this. Okay, so here I'm just adding one more, I would say one more GraphQL, right? We have done this. How will do? I don't know. Just make it how I'm learning. Just check it out how I am learning. If you like it, just follow me, right? So it's not a structured way. Means I don't know about the GraphQL. So you can see the approach how I am learning with the GPT, because end of the day you have to learn GPT. Even you are buying the course, that is good. But when you are enhancing yourself, so you have to learn from even not only GPT, Claude is there, Stack Overflow is there, documentation is there. Go and learn, right? So let's go for that. Okay. Okay. So first one, understand what actually they are doing. You ask only what you need. Hmm. Okay. We're asking user ID and name. Okay. So we are passing ID. Okay. Then you're passing the name. Okay. So response would be data. Okay. Quite good stuff. Why was GraphQL created? Yeah. Overfetching. You need only name and mail, but rest return address, phone, age, company, etc. That's true. Underfetching. Imagine you need user post. Rest might require one. Imagine you need user and user post. Rest might require post. To request user and ID equals to one and name post is title. Okay, from post we are taking title, and from user ID we're taking name. Maybe there is a pop-up. I would say the age collection is there. That is the reason we are passing ID, and in there we are passing the title. Okay. One infinite, okay, main concept. This one by one. Schema types query mutation. Okay. How GraphQL work? Client, okay, client GraphQL query, GraphQL server, resolver, database. Let me see the documents. I don't know what is a GraphQL docs. Okay, there is a org community. I don't want to rocks. Yeah. Backend documentation. This is the okay. But Postgres is different. Oh, after some day we'll learn Postgres. If you follow this channel, you will get to know how I'm learning. And I think in between next week we'll learn build a full graph will under 5 minutes. Let's build how it's working. Okay. Mutation is there? What do you mean? First of all, 1 minute. Mutation is one of our government Apollo server, Apollo client. Hmm. That is, I was thinking, only for the query they have made the GraphQL. No, it should not be like that. Like nested query, post, comment, text. I think GraphQL will take some time to learn. I was thinking, in this week I will finish this. No, I need to learn in proper way. Okay, no issue. We'll learn this. Okay, so let learn. I think for TV will follow. I would say mm, The GraphQL, I believe it's not on the databases, it's actually in your graph, how you're giving the query. So, so let don't focus in DB part. I will make the, I would say, default database. There we fetch the data and we'll focus on the graph, the query, how we are making the query, right? So we can do that. Okay. Uh, okay, let's. Mm, okay, quite. Okay, I'm writing. Okay, quite good to listen. I believe with the normal learning, I would say in normal checking and executing the query, it's not enough to learn proper way. So I believe let's build one application. I don't know what kind of application I do want to make. I want one kind of application that actually make me proper GraphQL developer, not in depth. Like I should have the exposure how it's work and even for now, I'm using Express. Okay, in normal REST API, I'm using. So in GraphQL, if in my, I would say, mm, in my industry, if they needs a GraphQL developer, then I can switch easily. So that kind of application I want to make. Let's build it and give me overall architecture. I would say the MD file so I can easily understand what are the things will be happen, what are the query. And for the DB part, let's not make the complicated. We are following dummy data, and whenever it's need, we'll update and fetch the data, right? So let's go. And the DB file should be one click copy. I believe you have understood, right? So let's build it with proper way, and we'll follow Express.js, Node, and GraphQL. I believe you have got it right. Let's go and build it. And I believe we are not following any database, but still, I want to follow the proper folder structure because I don't want to say. Okay, let's go ahead. Let them. Oh, okay, I got the answer. I just want to share one thing. I believe whenever we're stopping, right? We are stopping something. I think you observe that during giving the prompt, I was stopping multiple way, right? So I believe during the stop, maybe they are following some API for giving for executing in their model. Maybe there is a possibility. Yes, you don't want to random code. Yeah. Okay, text stack. Sure. Okay. Ground rule express Apollo. Huh? Apollo server? No database initially dummy arrays. I believe Apple. It's a server or something else. Type text, type of chase, data user. What kind of folder structure is this? Phase 1 graph available server schema type definition. Phase 2 mutation. Okay. First make One click copy of MD file in proper way with Marmite diagram. It's not the proper things, I believe. Not only this, whole stuff I'm saying, cut it. I don't like the project overview, learning goals, extract folder structure. No, they will provide in their way. Yeah, now it's quite good. Project objective, this project design is for real companies. Instead of learning graphical syntax, yeah, I believe this is the only way because in this way, a few days ago I was learning SQL. The thing is, yeah, I have built the application, but I lose the interest and I just build the backend part and left for the front end. So I believe if I build this way during learning, so I can do that for the project objective. We'll use okay, understanding on GraphQL schema design, mutation. Mutation, I forget the terms. Is mutation. Yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Got it. Arrays versus GraphQL exist. Okay, I understood the thing. Now your task is give me guide so that I easily understand GraphQL step by step. Okay, let's go ahead. Architecture, yeah, tech stack, yeah. So first of all, I need to download something. CD, yeah. So npm init type ny. If you don't know what is the command is doing, it's actually install your package.json. There will be all dependency. Let them install and focus on here. Okay. So no skipping concept roadmap. We'll understand what GraphQL is before writing the code. Yeah, that is the main thing. REST versus GraphQL. Why GraphQL was created, how GraphQL work internally. GraphQL architecture, request lifecycle, schema, type definition. We used to build schema, type definition, resolver query versus mutation. Hmm. GraphQL Playground, Apollo, Sandbox. Okay. Project setup. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. No problem. They want SRC here, and normally I follow the structure. Server.js, npmi, along with that npmi express, and is anything else? First of all, let's see what actually they are doing. We'll create the stuff. Okay, we'll install Express, Apollo server. We'll run our first GraphQL server. Outcome will be this. Okay, and query would be user GraphQL this phase 6. This was GraphQL science. Project ID this title and owner. Task should be okay. We'll understand. Create user, update user, mutation, implement code operation. Okay. Phase 8 context error handling will learn GraphQL error. validation error, custom error, MongoDB migration. Okay, we'll follow MongoDB, no issue. You will add register, login, JWT, authentication, production feature, pagination, filtering, sorting to okay. N plus one problem that is new for me. Best practices. Let's go then. Project setup, Express server running, create project. Yeah, it's done. CD, Apple server. Now install. Huh? Install the integration package. Okay, Express 5. That quite new thing for me. Okay, install D. So integration. Now install the integration package. Okay. Div should not be there. We have to add the stuff. What is the task? Start is here. And I have to find the type here. Module so that we can use import. Stop coding. Most tutorials say install Express. Don't explain why I understand each package. Yeah, this is the HTTP server framework. We can call APIs. Without Express Internet, Node.js HTTP server with Express Internet express your application. GraphQL, the package is not server, it's a GraphQL engine. What do you mean to say? Internet. Normally, Express is a REST API, is a way communication between your client and server. In between, you have the Express, right? So that is actually they want to say. Then how they are communicating for the REST API method like get post, whatever we have. Now there is one method has came query. I didn't explore how it is, but I saw some video. They are exploring like we normally send some query that's actually needed, but we can't send the in URL, right? So this package is not a server. Okay, it's a engine. Its responsibility include parsing GraphQL query, validating them against your schema, executing them, calling resolver, returning the response. Think it's a brain of GraphQL. Apple server. Apple server is on the top of GraphQL engine. Its profile, GraphQL endpoint, request handling, context creation, error formatting. Without FLO, you have to wire the GraphQL engine experts to express yourself. Apple server doesn't automatically know how to work with Express, so this package connect the two. Think of an adapter, Express adapter, Apollo server. GraphQL for query. So browser, GraphQL, Express server, Apollo middleware, and GraphQL engine schema, resolver, power. Response browser. One important question before we write the code, and to make sure we stay aligned for the rest of the course, would you prefer that I teach senior backend monitoring junior developer? What is it? That means for every topic I will explain how to do. Okay. Okay, whatever you want, you can go ahead. You just teach me like you are teaching a junior developer with, and you are a senior developer first of all. Along with that, I just want to make sure that what actually GraphQL doing, because end of the day we are adding the Express, means REST API would be there. Then how it's working with the GraphQL? That's exactly the right question. I heard your senior at the you asked me this. Stop coding and explain it first because okay, no, Express is not REST. Hmm. This is first thing I want you to permanently remember. Biggest miss many developers think expressed. That's wrong. Correct understanding. Express HTTP server framework. That's all. If it doesn't know what REST is, if it doesn't know what GraphQL is, well, a request comes in, who should handle it? Think of a expect a shift session in a office. Someone entered the building and okay, ask why should I send you? That's Express. So you are saying that REST is the middle person? Yeah, it is not REST, the Express. Now GraphQL, instead of creating 100 route, we create only one route. Now the flow comes client, post GraphQL, Express, Apollo server, GraphQL engine, resolver, data response. Did you notice one thing? Express still doing exactly what it always did. Yeah, it resumed the HTTP request. Instead of calling REST controller, it handled the request to Apollo. Imagine this, suppose you own a hotel, Express is receptionist and REST controller different hotel rooms. Suppose you own a hotel, Express is the person who give the key. REST controller different hotel room. Okay, room one, okay. Size customer room one, two, three. Okay, that's the REST. Now GraphQL. The hotel has only one room, room triple nine nine. So GraphQL, every customer goes there inside the room. Super smart manager. You know, say I want the username and all their project title, which data is needed, where fetch it form, app.use, express middleware server. This is why GraphQL actually begins. Incoming request, read GraphQL, pass, validate, find schema, find resolver, execute, collect data. So you are saying that. So from the client side, they will hit the GraphQL and that should be known by the Express because Express is handling the HTTP thing. So in the GraphQL there will be the something so that we can get the only the actual data whatever we want and we'll return it. For now, I got it whatever you said, but I think during implementation I will got to know okay these are the thing would be possibility. So let's start and begin. Okay, exactly. You are already thinking the right direction. Okay. So express say, oh, someone is GraphQL. Daily, I believe Actually, in office, I also learning the things, not the GraphQL. I'm learning debugging. To be honest, how you can read the code base is very important skill because whenever you got a job, so you are not working from the scratch of the application. So during uh, my live classes, they used to say you have to understand the code base because there's a huge possibility of you have to working on existing code base. Yeah, it's true because it's happening with me. So you have to understand. The thing is, they will give time to understand the graph. Even I got the time. That is the different thing that I got a less of time. They directly said me after a few days you have to build this feature. Okay, we're a developer. We have to figure out the things. Okay, let's go then. What is GraphQL? Okay, React front-end GraphQL, Express app.use, upload server, GraphQL engine, schema. Give me code here. Give me direct code import format. Okay, don't waste my time. I know I have to do module. I already done this. Okay, he given me the code server. Let's run npm run dev. What's wrong in it? Something I have done right. Okay, this was the problem. Okay, no problem. Okay, our port is running 4000. You see, port is 4000. Okay, I believe I need to maintain one postman for every application. I build multiple collection and maintain. It's my habit, kind of things you can say. So, okay, for now allow it. That is the reason I'm using the postman so that you can access my public and private GraphQL. Let's go and create. What would be the collection name? Learning. Okay, add collection. I have to copy the URL. Let's hit. We got the response. If you want to see preview, only power. That's right. Okay, so I believe I need to commit. Why should I do here? And if anyone don't know what is Git ignore, this is actually one file. Uh, in that file we write something. Those file we are no don't want to send in GitHub, right? Not modules and not ULES. Okay, dot env. So for everything I'm writing one file so that no module should be push. It is something wrong. Why is still there? You should go on from here. 1 minute. Reload window. Okay, now you should go from here. Why? Yeah, it's gone. Just let me check one thing. Is this working or not? Okay, let it be. Let's begin our learning. Okay, run the server. We run. Okay, hey, okay. Why are we creating REST? We are learning GraphQL. Yes, this route is not your API. It's a health check. Yeah, that's true. So we'll add. So our actual GraphQL will not be here. So we'll add that. So we'll have the Express middleware and Propeller server. At the point get health check, post graph is a okay. So we are building the foundation first and then we'll learn. Okay, makes sense actually. Again, why? What is the reason? It's wrong to bro. Why you are adding this kind of stuff? Node modules. What is wrong with you? I don't know what is wrong with it, but I can't push something. Modules. No, no, what is wrong with it? Restore his code. Will use anti-gravity. No, no issue with that. If it's not working, we'll use anti-gravity. Let's open anti-gravity. Let's fire out this. And if you are not maintaining following my commands, I am doing something wrong. One is enough, no need for two. Is this ID for true? Okay, this was the expense tracker. Okay, so expense tracker, developer playground, there should be call as a hmm, yeah, this folder and open. Let's open it and there is a project called as a GraphQL. It ignores. Why you are not ignoring this stuff? Things are happening, bro. It ignore anything. No, 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 there was exam. Yeah, authority is you. Like, why you are not ignoring, bro? Git or what? Literally, I'll kill you, GraphQL. What you were saying, bro? Live fine. And where I am, And then delete this stuff. PM, right? Now 5K? Are you joking with me? अरे भाई, leave it. Um, what kind of things we had to learn and it's coming. Okay, that's normal. Where is our Git? Our Git is not in here, it's here. One thing I forget to say, actually, on folder, how do you need multiple folder? Okay, so I think I will read it out for this. Yeah, everything makes sense. Good. Again, not modules. Done. Yeah, if it is being tracked. So for first commit, we have to do this. Add. Mm, I should be handy with this. Okay, sorry. It should be cd running dev. Okay, starting our server. Why you are coming multiple times? So we take no scenes. Okay, so we can start our learning. We just run the server of Express, whatever we have done. Let's go then. Okay. From this point, I will act. Okay, you are senior. You already have this stuff. I'm going to ask. Okay, exactly. Have I would say it's an instance. What are you gonna say? Object. Instance of a class means an object, not a server. Yeah. When we listen, that is a server. Yeah. Instance of a class. It's an instance of a factory. Factory function is an application of object where we can run the function. Uh, What does the object contain? The get, post, put, use, and listen. This method don't exist magically. External give them to you. Yeah, that is true. Let's understand after listen. After listen usually think Express start this server, not exactly. Here what actually happened, Node.js, Express, Node HTTP server, port, waiting. Internally Express call Node built-in HTTP server. Yeah, that's true. I have here somewhere. Use the HTTP behind this sign like HTTP create server app.listen. Then server.listen 4000. Current architecture right now, our application looks like this. Yeah, now we want this browser, post, GraphQL, Node, HTTP server, Express. Okay, Apollo server, GraphQL engine, schema, resolver. Notice something. We are not replacing Express. We are adding Apollo server into Express. That is the why GraphQL plus Express work together so well. Okay, before writing Apollo, I want to answer one question. Suppose a React application send this request in this. So at this moment, who receive? Graph will send I believe who receive Express. Who receive it Express because Express the application listen port. Yeah. So then what happened? Now Express think GraphQL. Do I have handler? Yes, give it to Apple. Yeah, that is actually work, right? This is there will be the route and there will be the controller. So it becomes the handler. So now follow becomes displays Apollo 2, React send user ID, Apollo receipt, then think. Apollo receipt, then think, okay. So GraphQL query, let's understand it. Then Apollo hand it to GraphQL engine, Apollo GraphQL engine. What does a GraphQL engine do? Part of tutorial skill. Internally, it performs these steps: parse, validation, execution. Okay. So one important rule: we will not write all the code in server. A common beginner make. Ah, that's cool. We are not going to write everything in server. For that reason, we have MVC folder structure. We follow that. So instead of we'll separate the responsibility, API contract, business logic. Business logic. Okay. browser will hit in the raw method pool, GraphQL, third party Express, Explorer, call the middleware and GraphQL engine. One thing I will say to GPT, don't go in depth. That is too much. अरे GraphQL, that post or get GraphQL is first of all, what kind of request is this? Huh? Okay, we run on server. One more thing, instead of learning everything, is there any tutorial available? Then if someone I already know, why should I waste my time? Okay, we got one playlist. Is there other group? I don't want to build one. Is it only? Chai, there's one more person. Chai with code. A code with chai. They don't have actually GraphQL APIs. Actually, we have, but 8 years ago, but I believe this doing. Why it's lagging, bro? It's quite laggy. Let me open. It will be okay. Okay, we'll follow this. For sure, before learning this stuff, I just discussed with TPK. Hey, I just want to clear one thing. Currently, I have a knowledge of full stack development with Dev. So currently I know REST API. So my in future goal is become a good backend developer and who can build scalable application. Along with that, I also want to be a DevOps engineer. So I just want to ask that my future goal is currently means next few months, like 5 to 6 months, I'm thinking to learn GraphQL, Postgres, and then I'll jump to DevOps. So is it really worth it of learning Postgres and GraphQL, this kind of stuff? Or because there is a many job opening, I have saw that there I have to learn this stuff. So that is the reason I am asking to you. Actually, very important career question. I'm glad. Okay, you already know. Okay. Yes, but as in not because it's the future, it's because many companies use it. For instance, if fintech, e-commerce, mobile, BFA backend. In Postgres, what's the learning? Absolutely. In fact, we had a rank database. Postgres is pulling top. Okay. Many people don't know MongoDB because of the Mon stack, but real company uh, you'll often find Postgres SQL, MySQL. So I Postgres SQL. Okay, we'll figure it out Postgres later. But I am investing my time. Will it be worth it first of all? Is it worth it for next 5 years if I learn as back and okay, so I'll follow this stuff. Maybe I can get copyright text of audio. I don't want to give. Okay, I believe. Let me check once first.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Welcome to another video on Node.js series and इस वीडियो में हम बात करने वाले हैं GraphQL. ठीक है, तो yes, this was the most requested video. तो हर दूसरा कमेंट होता था दैट GraphQL के ऊपर एक वीडियो चाहिए. तो ये वीडियो एक पूरा क्रैश कोर्स होने वाला है GraphQL के ऊपर. हम समझेंगे GraphQL होता क्या है, GraphQL कौन सी प्रॉब्लम ऑन Node.js series and इस वीडियो में हम बात करने वाले हैं GraphQL. ठीक है, तो yes, this was the most requested video. तो हर दूसरा कमेंट होता था दैट GraphQL के ऊपर एक वीडियो चाहिए. तो ये वीडियो एक पूरा क्रैश कोर्स होने वाला है GraphQL के ऊपर. हम समझेंगे GraphQL होता क्या है, GraphQL कौन सी प्रॉब्लम है on Node.js series. इस वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे GraphQL. ठीक है,
So I believe I cannot talk.
हमको सॉल्व कर रहा है एंड किस तरह से हम Node.js के अंदर एक GraphQL सर्वर बना सकते हैं. ठीक है,
Okay, okay, it's working. I got it how it's working.